get this topic out the way since you know, you got the Street Nerds interview coming out.
Yeah,
Yesterday there was a clip.
yeah.
He had you post talking about the top rapper list.
hmm
I mean, I guess I can ask in an overall broad perspective, like how you feel about rapper lists, and just
Um,
keep it as that. Unless you want to, like, I guess, explain the clip or your perspective on it as a whole.
um, my perspective on it is it it's basically a result of how I view the rap scene here in Colorado. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? I don't feel like other rappers really can fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? At all.
yeah,
So, like I said, anytime I see a list that I'm not number one on,
yeah,
fuck that list. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, yeah,
you know, a lot of times people make lists, you know, just because they homeboy wasn't number one on the list. You know what I'm saying?
right, right,
As a response to certain shit they see online, and I just I always want to tell them to shut the fuck up. And you know what I'm
right.
saying? I don't really ever pop my shit. So I'm like, let me get into something. You know what I'm saying? And really let niggas know, like, man,
How you
can't
feel? Yeah,
they can't rap with me, like I said. You know what I'm saying? And
right,
um, you know, there's only a certain few artists shit that I respect on that level to be like, damn, let me get on my shit. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And they ain't never the ones talking shit.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's always
Like it's always somebody that got hyped up. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, bro, chill out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
For
ain't
real.
lying. No, and then I wanted to like agree with you on one point you made about like mixing up the spots.
Yeah.
Like you ain't lying, that does kind of go into
You
it.
gotta spark that controversy a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And even like I'm gonna just since this is kind of old, I'm gonna speak about it now. Even like the first time I ever dropped lists, or it was the second time, but the first one didn't really. I wasn't really doing shit yet.
Yeah.
So the second one I dropped in 2020, you were actually number one on that one.
Mhm.
I told homie that designed the list. I think I told him put Trev at 2 or 3. I can't
Yeah.
remember. And he threw him at 5. I don't know if it was out of spite or whatever, but
Yeah.
like I was like, but he
It
wouldn't
was.
redo it. And I was like,
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
yeah. So I was like, all right, fuck
Motherfuckers
it.
is
I'll just,
weird, bro.
y-
That's weird. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's just like that's the type of shit though. Like
right,
that's what I mean. It's like when you feel like I do about your shit,
right,
um, and then motherfuckers just do shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
You a nice guy. Like I don't
Yeah,
start shit with y'all.
right.
You know
I'm
what
just
I'm saying?
trying to show love to
Just be
this.
honest with me when it's time. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest and be real. Like don't come
Right,
disrespect me or stepping on my toes.
right, right,
You know what I'm saying? And it's like shit. Motherfuckers do little shit like that.
right.
Like,
To
what the fuck?
kind of discredit
I mean,
me or
whoever,
whatever.
I might know him, whatever, that ain't my business who did it, but
Right.
whoever you did, that was some sucker shit. You know, I mean, whoever you is, that was some sucker shit
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, it's like I had Trev at 2 or 3, and he throws him at 5. He didn't want to redo it. We kind of got into it a little bit. I paid him for it and everything.
That's crazy.
And then I was like, well,
That's
fuck. What do I do?
you know what
Not
I'm
drop the
saying?
list now? Like,
Right.
I kind of got to, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
we already paid for it and
yeah.
everything. So then I dropped it. And then, like you said, it's like, you do, but to your point now that I've dropped a couple more lists since then, you do kind of mix it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I do my best to be like as unbiased as I can, even though that's almost impossible.
Well, one thing that I feel like I can understand a lot of times when I do see it get mixed up is if it's based off of like what's happening right now.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's true.
Because
Yeah,
a lot of my favorite artists, I've done interviews where people will be like, "Who's your top 5 rappers of all time?
right,
Or who's your favorite 5 rappers right now?" And it depends really on who comes to mind at that moment. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Who
right,
I've been
right.
listening to for the
Yeah,
past few months or whatever in the past year. And a year ago, it was somebody else because that album was hot. And
right,
these projects, I was, you know what I'm saying, thinking of, and you know, so I can understand if people being like, all right, this is what we see in the most on the scene right now. Let's talk about this. You know what
right.
I'm saying? Because at certain times, like I go months without dropping and shit
Mm.
like that. But that's that's part of my plan is just to is to get that
Build
in
that
order. You know what I'm saying? And
demand. Yeah.
be more consistent with what I'm doing. Just so, like I said, we don't get no more misunderstandings.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
motherfuckers gotta understand, we work hard and it'll speak for itself. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right,
For
yeah.
real.
But I feel you though. It's like
Yeah.
you see that like everyone can get motivated from different things, like you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying. But this ain't the only thing that's motivating.
Oh,
I
yeah.
ain't gonna say
Yeah.
that like
Yeah.
nothing crazy like that. But yeah, that's really it. But you ain't lying though. Like to wrap up the point, like you it's just also tough to put everyone in the same spot
Mhm.
again because it's like
Same shit. Like,
people will be like, yeah, this is the
you
same
seen
list as
some
last
shit.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, I do my best though to like keep it okay. Who's really been going crazy? And
Yeah.
I may be too focused on YouTube and like shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's also like there's different things. Like there's impact. Who's really outside doing the shows and stuff like that?
Mhm.
Because I'll say like you or Ray Reed. You know what I'm saying?
And that be the crazy part to me that would be blowing my mind is like, you know what I'm saying? And we got to be more open minded to that. But like,
Mm.
I don't be seeing niggas. So that's really why I be like, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and
Like,
that's fair. Yeah,
be seeing niggas nowhere.
right,
But you know what I'm saying? But for some artists, they popping their shit on YouTube and they getting their views up.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Let's be clear though. A lot of that shit is paid marketing and shit like that. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
yeah,
Which as artists we have to do.
right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah,
Some artists is buying views.
right.
If you making money off of your shit, that's the dumbest shit in the world you can
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if
Right,
you paying for your marketing and getting your numbers like that, shit, nigga, you supposed to be.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
you ain't
you
lying.
know, sometimes people get that kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like the views that have motherfuckers thinking that we the hottest thing out. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right.
no disrespect to motherfuckers who getting a lot of views and shit like that on YouTube, but when them numbers ain't transferring over,
In the
you
shows
know what
and
I'm
stuff.
saying, and shit like that, it's like, all right, like
Yeah.
get your marketing and shut your ass up. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like
Yeah,
do your marketing and shut your ass up because shit,
yeah.
it's different when it ain't 100% organic. You
Right,
know what I'm
right.
saying?
No, facts.
For real.
And one thing I do want to shout out you for too is like I've noticed you how serious you take your music as far as like investing in yourself. You know what I'm saying? You always come with quality visuals.
Yeah.
You always have merch. You be, you know what I'm saying, doing the listening parties,
Yeah.
investing in organic promo,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So like I 100% respect that. And I feel like a lot of artists could take notes and learn from you, you know what I'm saying? Cuz
Yeah.
you know the free if people are showing love, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Everyone, you know, it's mutual benefits, is cool, but at the same time like you can't just expect, I feel like, to succeed in the rap game if you're not, and I'm not even a rapper, just but from a media perspective, you can't succeed if you're not reinvesting in yourself. And that
Right.
probably goes for any
Right.
business,
That's any
really.
business. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's anything. You gotta think of yourself as a business.
Right.
That's something even I've had to, start to get better at. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And this far into my career, I'm just now learning shit that I wish I knew at the
Right.
beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We're all learning shit.
Yeah, for real.
Facts. Okay, so who can rap with AP in Colorado, or who do you feel like deserves to be in your like space? Who you think, okay, like they've been going crazy, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? We've got the obvious Trev, um,
Right.
Trace Chapman,
Good one.
uh, uh,
I know it's probably
uh,
hard because I know you be cool with a lot of people.
Miguel
Yeah.
from the Bellows. Let me see, who else I feel like hard. Corey Kendricks is hard. He
Okay,
slept
yeah.
on.
I actually ran him at the gym one time.
He slept on.
That's
He's
some random
hard.
shit.
He's hard.
I need to tap in more.
Uh, Big Trip hard.
Mhm. He's hard.
Um, who else really spitting that shit? You know what I'm saying? Savvy get the streets
Yeah.
going. You know what I'm saying? But he, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking more so like lyricists and shit like that.
Right.
Um, A Meezy.
Meezy's dope.
Um, and
It's too many, man.
a lot of motherfuckers that I feel like is hard and you know what I'm saying, really could make that quality shit,
Right.
you know. Um Shit. Who else do I think it's hard to rap like that? Damn. I probably could think of some more shit if I had more time, but
Yeah.
them is just, you know what I'm saying?
Some off the
Ray
top.
Reed, you know
Ray
what I'm
Reed.
saying? Fucking
You know, not trying to forget anyone, but
yeah, I'm trying not to.
but-
I'm like, shit, who I know could rap, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Just because, you know what I'm saying? I know niggas gonna want to hear what I got to say, what I think, but like
right.
for real though, like so I grew up playing AAU basketball, you know what I'm saying? And on the AAU team, you got the best players basically from every high school, you know what I'm saying? And in the
Right.
same city, you know, you got the best players from every high school. And like any night, any player could go for 30, 40, you know what I'm saying, on the
Right.
team, you know, and I view it like that. Like there's times where like I ain't gonna lie, like and they can't either. Like I snapped on niggas on their songs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but vice versa. You feel me? And same thing go the other way with these artists. And you know what I'm saying? I respect that. You know, a lot of us we make some hot shit. You know what I'm saying? We get together,
Right.
but like shit. When I think of them artists, you know that these artists that I've heard songs by them, and I've been like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
That's
all
some
right,
rap.
it's that quality shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like for real. And you know, not to say a lot of other artists ain't got quality music, but
Right. You can tell the
you
difference,
know,
though.
you can tell the difference. You can tell who really writing and working on their craft and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to talk about your longevity in the game. You know what I'm saying? I know you've been rapping for like 10 plus years, right?
Mhm.
But you could probably give more exact, like how long have you been rapping?
Yeah, man, it's been like 13 years.
13 years.
So,
How do you stay consistent and motivated and like build that longevity and stay in the people's face for that long?
um,
Because you don't really see that out here too much. You know what I'm saying?
I think that when you love something and you focus on that, you know what I'm saying, the other shit kind of falls into place. And I
Mm,
always been focused on the music, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And in a lot of ways it helped me, you know, in the regard that we're talking about, but other ways it kind of hurt what I was trying to do because I wasn't focused on what a lot of other artists come in the game focused on, the marketing and
Right.
the plan to make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was more so focusing on making the music and making quality shit. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, um,
That's a good point too.
yeah,
Like, not to cut you off or anything, but I see that a lot in the scene where it's like, I'm in the studio, which is obviously probably
but
the
where's the
biggest.
shit at?
Yeah, that's probably like
Yeah,
the biggest part of it is like being in the studio, being a studio junkie. Like you hear about other greats, you know, future studio junkie.
right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like you said, I feel like there's a whole business, a whole nother part of
Yeah,
it. It's like
it's a whole nother
important.
part you gotta have with your shit, and you
Hmm.
know, I I I, I wish I was more like that, but you know what I'm saying? I applaud the artists who come in the game and be on on top of that type of shit.
Yeah,
That shit make a world of difference. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Figuring out
So,
just like the different avenues and stuff to touch.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I feel like you've definitely got it though.
yeah,
Like, especially over the past couple years, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying, with the like we were talking about earlier with the merch, the marketing, the
yeah,
going out of state, doing videos and stuff like that.
yeah.